Hey you guys, welcome back to Beam Your Light. I am back with another word. This is very unexpected, but I feel this press in my spirit and I wanted to share this. Not even me, I'm being obedient and sharing this. And yeah, so first of all, if you're new to this channel and you see that I post maybe multiple times a day, this is something the Lord has been doing since the very beginning, since Beam Your Light has been started. Either I post twice or even 3 times a day, and then I won't post for a few days. And he's been doing it like this since I've started. And so I just let him flow because he's always speaking. And sometimes he wants to get a word across, necessarily for even if it's for one person or it's for multiple or if it's for everybody. That's just how he speaks through me. And so I want to be obedient and sharing this word. And so as I was just sitting here, just relaxing and resting, sometimes I'll put a little bit of instrumental jazz music in the back just to kind of mellow down. And most times is worship. But jazz, I love jazz. I think jazz is great. And so as I was just sitting here and just, talking with a few of my sisters in Christ, the Lord put Esther in my spirit, and he gave this word to me yesterday, more so today. He's raising up so many Esthers, so many of his daughters in Christ. He's raising us up. And again, please take this word, pray over this word that the Lord confirms it in your spirit. But more so, I want God to speak to you and confirm this to you. And so he's raising up so many Esthers, and the reason why he's doing that is because he's doing a new thing. And I encourage you all, I literally watch for the, I'm not gonna exaggerate, I watch for like the 20th time One Night with the King. It's the story about Esther. It's on YouTube, it's free. I always talk about this movie because it's so good. It's just a really good movie that explains the book of Esther. And so I encourage you guys, you ladies, to watch it. Men can watch it as well. But as I was sitting here, that's just what he's been pouring in my spirit since yesterday. I watched the movie yesterday and I was just like, I love this movie so much. It really portrays the story of Esther. And so as I was sitting here, he's raising up so many Esthers. And the reason for him doing it is because he's putting this boldness within us, this courage within us, his faithfulness within us. Whether that's going into marriage, whether that's ministry. When I say ministry, I talk about ministry as being a mom, a sister, a daughter. It could be an actual ministry of you putting your hands to use, serving, laying your hands on the sick, being a wife to your husband who's a leader. So when I talk about ministry, this is what I mean. And so as he's raising up Esthers, he's building this bold faith within us to know who we are in him, this confidence that only comes from him. There's no such thing as self-confidence, because that means that we are walking in pride. But when we walk in the confidence of God and what he says about us and what he speaks about us and what he knows and just his character, what he says about us, his children, his daughters, his sons, that confidence, no one can take that away from you, because it is the Lord, the love within you. And so as he's raising up Esthers, he's allowing us to walk as Esthers, courageous. He keeps telling me, for such a time as this, I'm doing this for such a time as this. I have you doing this for such a time as this. You've been created for such a time as this. We're literally living through exactly what the Bible talks about. Like, we are living in such a wonderful time in the Lord. He's using you and I for such a time as this, for many people to be saved, for many people to be healed, for many people to see the miracles, the signs, and the wonders of the Lord. He doesn't need us to do it, but he calls us. He says, many are called, but few are chosen. And so as he chooses you, he's going to pour his spirit out over you even more. He's going to build you up to be so courageous in him. I think of Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous. He doesn't call us to be afraid. God is a God that is sovereign. He sees everything. He knows everything. And we get to walk in his promises. We get to walk in his truth and his confidence, right? And the confidence of the Lord means that we don't lack anything with him or in him. We don't lack a single thing. He gives us his eyes to see, his ears to hear of his truth wherever we go, and where he calls for us and what he calls for us to do. that he puts that boldness within us. So the world doesn't tell us who we are. The world doesn't tell us where to go. We're only hearing and perceiving by his heart, by the fruits of his spirit. And so as he's pruning you, as he's preparing you, as he's getting you ready, as he's sharing you and showering you to become a bride without spot, blemish, or wrinkle, let him do that within your life. And I promise you, the way he's going to move you, the way he's going to put you in rooms and conversations you had no idea about, things you can't even put into your own words, only God could do that. That's his confidence for you. That is his faithfulness for your life. So as you rise up to be the woman of God, the daughter in Christ that he's called for you to be, let him use you in whatever way he pleases, because it's beautiful no matter what. So I encourage you guys with this word. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you guys soon.